is what that is. That's very sweet of you to say. Are you available?
For him, yeah.
So, are you guys going to be voting? Rousing cheer, thank you. Voting for Dish Whiz. That's probably not on the ballot, but. Oh, somebody just sent me a text of a photo. It's totally awesome. I can't show it to you because it's tiny. It's on my phone. But it's at a stadium, and it's the Jumbotron in the stadium, and somebody managed to get the photo that I posted of me like, going like this and saying, "I want you to vote." Oh, can you do this for a second? Okay, let's talk about something else. Do you have a question?
Yeah, hi Misha.
Hi.
My name is Tasha.
Hi, Tasha.
It's my first convention here and I'm really excited to...
It's your first convention?
Yeah.
How's it going so far?
It's really nerve-wracking. I'm like,
It's frightening?
nervous.
Wait, what's frightening about it?
What do you mean? Talking to you in real life.
Predator's instinct. When you said you were scared, I was like, oh great, I'll make you even more uncomfortable. It's like blood in the water, and I was just like, sorry about that. Then what I'm doing is not helping. Yeah. All right, we're gonna get through this. Hopefully without being eaten by somebody. All right, did you want to talk about something? You're talking there.
I am currently engaged to my fiance who's in the audience.
That's actually, I hear, one of the best people to get engaged to.
He's pretty great, and he brought me here to see you because he knew I loved you so much. And,
Sharing.
I'm ready to share marriage though, so I was hoping you could give us some advice.
I wouldn't, I'm trying to do it. I think it's a good sign that at this stage of your course,
That's great. He's very tall. Sit back and stand up. He's very tall.
well, I think you're starting off on the right foot. The fact that he is, willing to share you, just nice. What kind of advice are you looking for?
And just some marriage advice, really. Like, how do you know what? You got a family, you got a wife. How do you balance everything? You got a good life.
How do you know that?
Twitter.
It's like medical waste. Nick's mother once gave me some marital advice. She said, say something nice to each other every day. And I was like, every day? I'll tell you one bit of earnest perspective on marriage that I have, which is that you are, before we got married, Vicki and I were together for 10 years. And during that time, we weren't, a very long story. I'm trying to see if there's any payoff. The story is actually 10 years long, so I'm just trying to time that. Okay, I won't tell that story. I'm going to tell a different story. I'm going to tell our engagement story, which I've told before, but I'll tell it again. Vicki and I were coming up on our 10-year anniversary, and I knew that I wanted to get married because I felt like by making that decision to get married, we were basically saying to each other, we're going to work through the hard times. Like, to me, getting married said, I'm going to work at this for the long term and stop having kind of one foot out the door, which I think we had sort of been doing up until that point. We've been like, yeah, I mean, we're together, but, who knows where this is going kind of thing. And so it was like this transition moment. So I was working on a movie in Maine, and I messed around with a girl that made Vicki very mad. And we're coming right up on our anniversary, and felt like, I don't really know what she's going to say if I ask her to marry me. But I made her a wedding ring. I found a little jewelry making shop on the island where one of the 3 jewelers there had recently died, and his bench was open, and the other 2 jewelers let me come in my downtown on the movie, and I, made a wax cast, and then cast the gold, and then set the stone, and I made this little cherry wood box, and then Vicki came out for our 10-year anniversary, and I took her out for a picnic on the point, and we, at that point, I was very nervous because I really didn't know what she was going to say. And I got down on bended knee, and I presented her the handmade box with the handmade ring in it. And I said, we've been together for 10 years. And she was cut me off. She said, no, we haven't. We've been together for 9 years. I was like, no, it's 10. No, it's 9. And I was like, no, and we got into an argument in the middle of the proposal. And then I said, will you marry me? And she said, oh. And I said, oh? That's not what I'm looking for here. And she said, I guess so. And then we went back to I actually had to go back and shoot a little bit more that day. And I came back to the inn that we were staying in, crawled into bed, and she was sort of squirming excitedly under the covers. And she slipped a ring on my finger. And I was like, that's so sweet. She went out and she got a ring today. But really what had happened is the night before, after I fell asleep, she had sized my finger and then hauled back to the jewelry making studio in Santa Monica, California, where she had been making me a ring. And had them resize it to my finger and then FedEx it to Maine, and I had beaten her to the proposal by a few hours. And she had put one hole in the ring for each of the 9 years we had been together. And so she was freaking out like, fuck! 9 holes is supposed to be 10! The middle one counts as a hole. We got to that conclusion too, so that's fine. Anyway, that was our engagement story. 2 people got engaged in my photo ops just now.
Wow!
Those 2 people. It was a very sweet moment, and you seemed genuinely surprised by his proposal. And you also had your giant Castiel wings fully extended, so it was hard to hug each other after. He went down on bended knee, and I think you probably forgot that you had the giant wings on, and you were like, oh, like this. And I think you have overall about a 15-foot wingspan, and there was about 5 people that were like, whoa! Thank you.
Like that?
Hi.
Hi. So my question is, considering how kind of vocal you are politically, which is awesome, I was wondering whether you have experienced any backlash because of that, like on social media, and then also how you managed with it. And
How do I handle the backlash?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I do get some. I get the expected comments. I think fairly often, like you're just stick to acting. Actually, you're not even that good at acting. You know, comments like that. I noticed that that Twitter recently did a bot purge, where they were purging accounts of bots that were following them, and I lost like 40,000 followers.
Wow.
So I think that there were a lot of Russian bots that were following me because I'm politically active, which is kind of crazy. But I do notice that I get a lot of the responses are like slightly grammatically incorrect, broken English, and it doesn't actually feel like they're the blonde Texan that the icon shows. It's funny though. I also think that because I've been talking about politics and expressing my heartfelt opinions pretty vocally for a while, most people who disagree with my position have probably stopped listening to me already or tuned me out. No? Okay. Some love me anyway. That's great. I actually like that. I've had some really interesting conversations at conventions, like in meet greets, with people who are from different political perspectives, who have been willing to engage in really just honest, unemotional dialogue with me, and I think that I really appreciate that. I can get a little too emotional sometimes about it and bitter, and that's not good. So I like having those like good conversations. I'm a big fan of Donald Trump. I'm not great exchange recently, and this was my own bad reflex. It was 2 weeks ago at a convention. I was signing, and someone leaned forward and said, "You should give Trump a chance." And I looked up and I said, "No." That's not the good sort of civil discourse that I've advocated for. So I'm definitely part of the problem sometimes. Yeah.
Well, I'm Canadian, otherwise I would definitely be voting, but...
Okay. Well, lucky you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's perfect. Hi.
Hi, my name is Ellie.
Hi, Ellie.
First, I'd like to say this also is my first con, and I really want to thank you for taking the time to come and see all of us and give us a chance to meet all of you. It means a lot
Thank you
to
for
us.
coming. I like your wardrobe.
Thank you.
Yeah, very fetching.
My question is, if you could have a sequel to any movie that currently doesn't already have one, what movie would you choose and why?
What movie do I wish there was a sequel to? That's a really good question. Probably something from my childhood. I feel like we should have had another E.T. Or Goonies. Or Dead he does Dallas. Any one of those three. Thanks. Hi.
Hi, Misha. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Next week I will be celebrating a birthday, my 26th birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. And I was wondering if you have any vivid memories from that year or like your mid-20s, like a big lesson you took away from that time period.
If you remember anything.
What's that? what year was that? I haven't done too much math to backdate this. How old am I? 26, 18 years ago. The year was 2000.
Oh.
Y2K.
Oh God. We had just moved to Los Angeles and moved in next door to a New York Times writer in our building. A guy who subsequently, we didn't know it, but at the time he was writing a book called The Game. Are any of you familiar with it? It's The Game Inside the Secret World of Pickup Artists. And he was mastering the art of seducing women. And he slept with every single one of our friends. And I was like, why is everybody sleeping with this guy? It's amazing. And I was like, you know what we should do, Neil? We should do a story on people who were preparing for Y2K. Because back then, you don't remember it, but we thought that like all the planes were going to fall out of the sky because computers' dates weren't calibrated for 2000. And so he was like, yeah, that's a great idea. We'll find like a group of people that are in a bunker, like waiting for the Y2K thing to happen. And he did that. He went into a bunker, and Vicky and I were like, no, let's just go to Baja. So we spent New Year's on a beach in Baja, and it was very lovely, and almost got killed. It was very exciting. I was still doing a lot of really crazy, stupid adventures that phase. And like, we were hitchhiking around Baja, and got picked up at night by this group of guys in a pickup truck that drove us out into a salt flat. And then, it's a long story, but we were doing a lot of really crazy things at that point. I think it was the first year that I went to Burning Man. I spent about 2 years right around that time in my life, just going to all-night raves and things like that. I had gone through high school and college without ever really drinking or doing any drugs, and then I made up for that right around when I turned 26, so it could be fine. And then by the time I was 28, I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I have to do something else, so I started meditating instead.
Thank you.
There's my brief history of my 20s. Thank you. Hi.
I'm Nakia, my first convention.
Hi. Oh my God, is everybody your first time here? It's amazing. Is it going to be your last? How's it going?
Hope not.
All right.
It's going great.
Good.
I was just wondering, do you have any prank stories you can tell us? Like either revenge stories from you to the boys or from the boys to you?
Revenge stories?
Pranking, yeah.
Prank stories. Revenge. Have we posted the, have you guys seen the new shaving people punching things video? It's the initiation part 2. Okay, so that's coming. This was an amazing moment where, so basically when the 4 of us are together, me, Jared, Jensen, and Alex, it's max, for some reason, it's just maximum fuckery. And I can't believe that we ever get any usable footage out of those scenes, because it does not stop. And the takes that do make it on camera are, you know, like where I'm, you know, saying some Castiel dialogue. Danny, be careful in there. It's always like, I can't believe I said that without laughing. Because something is happening below frame, for sure. But anyway, Alex was lying, we had the scene, Alex is lying in bed, he's not feeling well. And Ruth is doing some weird Reiki hand stuff. And I'm probably feeling things I'm not supposed to reveal. And me and Jared and Jensen are watching to see if this works. And Jared went into this fugue state where he said this incredible string of one funny thing after another. Like he was reading off of some scripted comedy routine. It was amazing. Because, I mean, I don't know, I guess you haven't seen him on stage or whatever, but he's not funny. So we were all just like, what is happening? What drug is he on? It was amazing. And so anyway, that scene is got together. Brett Kavanaugh works his way into the dialogue. It's really funny. Anyway, you'll look forward to that. That was a recent fun thing that happened on set. And it was also exciting to see Jared be funny, even if it's just that once.
Thank you.
Hi.
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 Hello. This is going nowhere.
Sorry, was there a time you screwed something up really badly, but then no one ever found out it was you?
Wait, what?
What?
Is there a time that I did something and got away with it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, no one knew it was you.
Are you thinking of something that you did? Do you want to reveal a dark secret right now? Is that what's happening?
I told Adam and David this, but like, I guess I'd done something, but what about you?
What do you do? Like, how do you get out of this situation?
Wait, what?
What did you do?
So at school, I am a football photographer, and I'm a part of Husky Vision, which is our school TV show. So we use the film lab a lot. But I overlap it for a yearbook for football. So one day I borrowed some extra batteries, because the game is like 3 hours, but I never returned them. And I left them on the football field. And then the next day we went to film for our midterm, and everyone's like, where are the camera batteries? And I'm like, oh.
So this is probably not the best thing to talk about publicly.
It's okay, Mr. Ochoa is not here.
It's not what?
Mr. Ochoa, my film teacher, is not here.
Okay, but people are recording this. And someone just tweeted to Mr. Ochoa. Second mistake was revealing his name just now. A whole series of possibly career-ending mistakes.
It's okay, I trust you guys. You're not gonna tell them, right? Misha?
All right, I'll tell a story that's sort of like that, but not really. By the way, yes, I've done plenty of terrible things that I get away with all the time. So, I'm sorry if you've heard the story before, but just saying the wrong thing in the wrong situation reminded me of this story. So I was up for the role of Anakin Skywalker, and it was in the second prequel movie, the one that Hayden Christensen ended up in. So it was down to me and 4 other guys, and they had met basically every white male in America at that point. It was very exciting, and there was a lot of press about who is going to be the next Anakin Skywalker. And so, got the call from my agent, they want you to fly up to Skywalker Ranch and meet with George Lucas. And I was not allowed to tell anyone. very specifically told, you cannot tell anyone. If you tell anyone, you're out of the running. You can't tell your friends, you can't tell your family. The only person that can know that you're going up here is your agent. And in fact, they said, the kid, Jake Lloyd, was like, I don't know, the elementary school kid that had played the first young Anakin, was their second choice. They cast some other kid, and he told somebody, and they fired him. They're just putting the fear of God in me. I'm not allowed to tell a driver that picks me up at the airport where I'm going. I have to tell him I'm going in to do a sound recording session. So, get there, and I got there a little bit early, so I went for a walk in the woods. It's like this beautiful, beautiful college campus, about an hour and a half out of San Francisco. And went for a walk in the woods, saw like these beautiful rolling hills with llamas all over. Like these, it was just like so insanely beautiful. And then went in, I met with George Lucas alone in his office. He let me play with Luke Skywalker's original lightsaber. Like, it was just so cool. It was just like the most exciting thing you can imagine. And I left, and I had a little bit of time before flying back home. And so I went into San Francisco, and I went into this pizza place. And on the drive down to San Francisco, I had my phone, and I was like, I want to call my best friend. Just, no, I'm not gonna pick this up. And went into the pizza place, and there was this pimply-faced little teenage kid behind the counter, and he said, I said, hey man, I just have to tell someone that's. I was just up at Skywalker Ranch in George Lucas's office. I was playing with Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. And he said, no way! I was like, yeah, I'm in the running to be Anakin Skywalker. And he was like, no way! That is so cool, man! You know, my cousin is Natalie Portman. And my parents own a llama farm adjacent to Skywalker Ranch. And I literally had to hold on to the counter. I went ashen white, and he said, what's your name? And I said, Misha Collins. It was so awful. Okay. So, that was also a career-ending mistake. Thanks for the memories. Hi.
Hi. I was wondering if you had known Sheridan Jensen's work ethic before you worked with them, would you have signed on to the show?
I'll tell you what I would have done differently. When I got on the show, I tried to take it very seriously. And I wasted probably 3 years taking it seriously and trying to perform as an actor. And now looking back, I feel like those were wasted years. I would have gotten on board much more quickly. Yeah. They did make me suffer. It really is nice having Alex there now because he's a newer, easier target. It's like the gazelle in the herd that doesn't run as fast or something. Now we all go out there. Hi.
Hi, Misha. How are you?
Good. What are you?
Good, thank you. My name's Amy. So first, I just want to say I love that story that you shared on Halloween about the little boy who was supposed to be dressed as Constantine. That was great.
Oh my God.
That was great.
That was so embarrassing. It was like the dad looked at me like I was not just a child molester, but like so stupid to be doing it right in front of the father. Oh, God. And the worst part about that was I had to then